All right, so today we're going to do a little bit of transplanting of these crops. So we have the spring onions that we are going to repeat in this experiment. And we also have the hybrid cabbages. So the word hybrid means you would only grow it once, can't grow it twice. So this is what we're trying to do. I hope you're able to see. So we have the hybrid cabbages, which we are going to plant it in these sacks. We're going to use the gardener, the soil moisture sensor, for letting for us the right content, the right soil moisture level. Then we also have another, so we have the Lutes, the Great Lakes. So we're also going to replant this. The depth is going to be about 40 centimeter in the soil. And then we also have another plant here. These ones are non-GMO. So they are high quality peas that we are going to grow. In a simple term, we call it a poor man's meat. So this is where we're going to get more proteins from these peas. And of course, it should also get direct sunlight, which we have taken it into consideration, and the watering. We are also going to grow this crop, this other crop here, which is the sweet pepper. We have the red one and the green sweet pepper that we are going to grow. We also have another crop, another plant here. This one is the Jupiter. So it's quite familiar. The maximum days for this is about 85 days from the day we are going to plant today. For the germination, it's going to take 2 weeks, which we are going to grow it inside this home gardening. And we also have other crops, other seeds which are here. We also have the foliara spinach. Actually, this is the mustard spinach that we are also going to grow. This we should be able to harvest it in 65 days. Uh, the germination period is between 5 to 10 days. So we will see whether, and the good thing is that all the soil moisture level are behind here. Then we have another plant here, which is basically the carrots. These carrots are nantes. They're supposed to be grown between 90 to 120 days. The germination takes between 10 to 14 days for these carrots to grow. The distance is going to be 5 to 10 centimeters. That is going to be the spacing. We also have another one here, which are the tomatoes, the little wonders. These tomatoes are non-GMOs, and it's very good. So the maximum days for harvesting these tomatoes is between 80 to 90 days. Then you also have the okra. I kind of like this okra, and the maximum days should take us between 50 to 60 days for us to harvest this. Anything beyond that, with proper sunlight, the shade, and then the harvest period. And now we also have this one, which will take a little bit longer, the onions. These are hybrid onions and they are non-GMOs. So this one is going to take us 115 days with proper watering. The germination is between 10 to 12 days. We still have more here. Because of time, I'm not going to show you everything. So you just have to start the process right away. We'll first transplant the other seeds that we planted. We have the bush beans. Actually, the bush beans are really doing well. 60 days, 35 days. So the bush beans is on track, hopefully for the best yields ever. Then we still have more here. We still have the beetroots. It's kind of like we have not. Okay, maybe we have varieties. Okay, we'll try to check the beetroots that we have planted. The bush beans are actually doing very well. Let's try the last. So we still have the hybrid cabbages, which are my favorites, and then we also have these crops which are actually meant for the agroecological zones. So we have the orange, uh, the sweet sultan yellow, we have the zana white, the single purple, and all this. So we'll be able to grow all this in our home gardening. So let's start the process of transplanting. We are kind of late with the days, so let's see how best we can improve on the transplanting of this. So these are the tomatoes we are transplanting, and if you look at them up close, they're actually doing very well. So we are going to transplant these tomatoes, and the spacing is going to be uh, 5 centimeter. So let's transplant this. Okay, I'll try to speed up the process. Let's get more. We still have more. Look at it up close. So as we transplant it, so hopefully we have the right mixture of the potassium. Okay, not so sure about this. Let's try. Let's be hopeful. So we are done transplanting the tomatoes. Now we're going to use the other remaining sacks for the cabbage, the onions. Let me focus. So if you look at this onion, oh, the onions are actually too compact. So if you look at it here, this is what you're going to transplant them into these bags. Okay, so I hope this angle will be okay for you to have a better visibility. Okay, let's do the transplanting. They are packed together, so let's start with these ones. All right. Wow, so you could look at this up close. Yeah, this is what you're going to transplant here. Hopefully we'll have enough space to transplant all of them. So you could see how we're transplanting them. There are many, so I'm going to first pause the video as I plant them.